Hey, what's good, y'all? I want to bring y'all attention to something, man. Y'all remember this? Canelo Alvarez had just won versus Caleb Plant. He was crowned the undisputed king of super middleweight, and this was Canelo's day. This was Canelo's moment. He did his thing. I was proud of Canelo. He had first he for once he became an undisputed king, and that's what I want to see, man, in boxing. A lot of undisputed kings. And so he gets to his post-fight press conference. And Teofimo Lopez Jr. shows up with all of his belts, and he gets side by side with Canelo as he's getting ready to take his picture, and make sure that he's captured in that moment with Canelo. And Canelo talks. I mean, not Canelo. Teo talks this takeover thing, right? But I don't think it was personally a takeover he felt for himself. I think he wanted it more of a takeover in the sense of him, his Spanish brothers are on top, and it is the takeover. That's how he felt at that time period. And at that time period, it may have looked like that, a Spanish takeover. And shout out to my boxing, my Spanish boxing fans, man. Teofimo Lopez put himself in a position to where his comments, he states that you know, sorry, not sorry. If you want the black fighters, you can keep the black fighters. And people interpret that the way they interpret it. But I'm just giving y'all my breakdown on it because Teofimo is an easy body. He's easy. You know, um, a full magazine of content is very easy work with Teofimo Lopez Jr. But little by little, I'm gonna just walk y'all into this. Um, so he makes his comments, right? Who we got on ESPN? We got Devin Haney, undisputed king. A guy who he didn't want to fight. You know, um, he decided to fight George Kambosos Jr. and that didn't go his way. That didn't go his way. Who else? Who else on ESPN? We got Shakur Stevenson, um, and another hell of a fighter. And he may not be Hispanic, but he's a hell of a fighter. And maybe Tio feels some type of way about that. The faces of ESPN, he might not agree with. You know, the complexion and the tone of it, he may not agree with it. You know, but his comments is, if you want the black fighters, you can keep the black fighters. What about when George Kambosos whooped your ass? You cool with Australians though, you know? You okay with ESPN with the Australians? The Maloney brothers, you know, George Kambosos, Tim Tszyu. You okay with them? How about Sandor? The Spaniards, man. Viva Spain. How about Spain? Because he arguably whooped your ass, Sandor Martin. You okay with him too? You okay with the people of Spain? But not the black fighters on ESPN. You ain't mess with the black fighters. Um, Teofimo Lopez struggles with an inferior emotion that they call jealousy. You know, um, One thing about it is pushing your race and going into fights. That hasn't really been a successful blueprint in boxing. I've seen that. Um, I flamed the shit out of Deontay Wilder with that black supremacy stuff. I don't support it on no side. Whoever it is, what skin tone, what country, I don't support that. You know, um, this is a sport. This is a worldwide sport where anybody from anywhere can become a world champion. And that's what I love about it. It's just, like they say, it's a poor man's sport, and someone can become someone by just working hard, dedicating themselves, and working their way up to the top. And Teofimo Lopez, I, you know, how can you hate on someone who just worked hard and made it to the top? I mean, you gonna be mad at Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or any other black fighters that's on the ESPN that has success? Keyshawn Davis, Jared Anderson. You upset by that? That these guys work hard and they still have their old. They working, doing what they got to do to raise up their stock, get these paydays, rack up the belts. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, Tio is an easy body with Tio, but you just got to pay attention to how he move, how he move, and just like with Deontay Wilder, he went in there during Black History Month and got blazed by Tyson Fury, and with Josh Taylor, and you putting this out here in the atmosphere, um, your distaste with black fighters going into a big mega fight, and you say this is the most important fight for you. Best of luck to you, buddy. Best of luck. You know what I mean? Because this doesn't warrant an emotional reaction. You have a hell of an opponent in front of you, sir. You know, win, lose, or draw, you still gonna have to deal with this. This is part of your legacy. This is part of your your willingness to just learn and grow. Hopefully, you learn the lesson from this, man, because it's gonna be a lot of backlash, a lot. Because in case you forgot, Teofimo Lopez, black fighters have been a part of boxing for a long time. From jump, just do your history. So to say that, sorry, not sorry. If you want the fighters, you keep the black fighters. Hey, man, you really dissing a whole lineage of black fighters, fam. Low key, you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? But I wish all the best to the Hispanic fighters. You know, for the ones that have took some L's this year, I wish you nothing but the best. Go back to the drawing board and bounce back. But getting upset and reacting like Teofimo Lopez is not going to get no belts, man. I don't think that's the blueprint to becoming a world champion again or getting yourself back into top form. If Teofimo Lopez does not like the picture, the scenery that he's seeing in boxing, maybe it's not, maybe it didn't go his way. Maybe he wanted it a certain group on top. But listen, this is a beautiful sport where you can turn things around. But you got to be mentally in the right space, man. And if you're not, you get in there with an opponent that is focused and has a game plan, you could suffer another L. Teofimo Lopez. Josh Taylor is the real deal. He's the former undisputed at 140, coming off a long layoff and injury, but still is probably favored to beat you. So if you are successful versus Josh Taylor, Teofimo Lopez, if you feel that way about some of these black fighters, how about just fight them, man? How about that? The Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons, the Tanks, the guys that you just dislike. That's what this sport is for, man. You can handle it in the ring. You know, I just think it's kind of soft to just talk on somebody's platform who's only going to cater to your ego and talk down on somebody who you just won't lace it up with. Have that same energy in the ring with these guys. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to keep talking like this and then keep fighting an Australian or a Scottish guy or another guy who, yeah, man, irrelevant or something, then it's just like, well, you might as well just stop speaking on black fighters if you're not willing to fight them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would love to see Teofimo Lopez. If he's successful versus Josh Taylor, fight these guys, man. And see if he can change the direction of the sport and how it looks. Because I think that Teofimo Lopez has an issue with the overall look of the sport and the ones that are on top, the ones collecting belts. And I just think that he needs to regroup. Some of these fighters need to regroup, go back to the drawing board, and get focused, man. Get focused. Put in the work And hopefully, your fans and stuff get behind you and support you, win, lose, or draw. That's all I got for this one, man. Y'all give y'all thoughts below. I am the Black Horseman. Peace out.